Okay, this is going to be a bit of an experiment. The cats might come with me. Those cats. They're circling at the moment. I still haven't made the cat meat. I just thought I'd show you what my route to work is like if I was just doing jewellery alone, without showing you too much of the awful minging house that I live in. So yeah, out the back door. Out the back door. Some steps. Scaffold's going soon. Some more steps. Steps I could do with a handrail with. Up some more steps, trying to get the neighbour's house in. And I'm in the garden. And behind me is my old workshop. I'm not going to show you the new one. Not yet, anyway. So yeah, just a few more steps. Just a few more steps. Just a few more steps. And this is how far it takes me to get to work. And yet, it's such a mental block. It has been in the past. Can't see our garden from the house at all. It's like it doesn't exist once you go inside the house. And for years and years and years, I couldn't understand what my mental blocks were all about. I couldn't understand what was stopping me from getting up and traversing such a short distance to where I could go and do something, where I could make money or just be creative. Once I got out here, I was all right, but the actual mental block involved in getting out here at times was off the scale. Anyhow, I just thought I'd introduce that bit about me. Oh, I've been told to say goodbye. Bye. Okay, so this is my old workshop shed. It's a bit like the house in The Wizard of Oz. It's like it's been picked up and swirled around and plopped back down just here. The gentleman who has been building my new studio very wisely told me we needed to reconstruct it to contain all the contents whilst he built the new studio. And at the time I was like, really? Why am I paying for that? But yeah, whatever. So we did that, and I'm so grateful that he did it. So inside my old shed, it's not looking so bad in here now. I've got all this to deal with. In fact, some of it's not mine, some of it's my husband's bits and bobs. I managed to keep the polishing motor going, and there's a lot of building materials in there. But basically, it's a shed full of dirty old tools and things that I'm not sure if I even want in my new space. Oh look, there I am. I can see myself reflected. Ah. Anyhow, I just thought I'd show you that bit as well. And we do still intend to utilise what's left of this shed for another location eventually, but we're not there yet. That's my rusty anvil. Oh look, there's a cat. Meow. Yeah, everything's covered in rust, guys. Everything. There's another cat. Morning. Oh, a cat on an anvil. Merlin. We've got Merlin and Zelda. Okay, I'm back in the kitchen. Our kitchen hasn't functioned very well as a kitchen for the past 6 years. Back in 2019, we had to replace our washing machine, and at the time I realised that the amount of stuff we'd have to move to get the washing machine out of the kitchen. We also needed a new fridge, and we needed a new cooker. So I was in a position to buy a new cooker and a new fridge. I can't remember whether my dad lent me the money or if I just happened to have the money at the time. Can't remember now. And we got the new cooker. It wasn't new, it was second hand, but it was virtually new. And it was the carbon copy of the cooker that I've got now, which was given to me over 20 years ago. And we've been having issues with it for over 6 years, as in we can't shut the door properly on it. And it's one of those old-fashioned cookers where the grill is at eye level, and they don't make them very often like that nowadays. And the cooker that we bought was like, if we'd have bought it new, it would have been like a 500 quid cooker. Anyhow, life got in the way. Life's been getting in the way all my life. So anyway, we still have the old cooker in the kitchen, and the new cooker's rotting in the garden, where most of things end up going to rot. Anybody else have a life like this? So at the time, we also got rid of some furniture that had woodworm issues, and then we replaced furniture with other things that were just temporary to get us through. So we're still living with the temporary thing that got us through, which is a beautiful piece of wood that some friends gave us back in 2018 or 19. And it's just propped up by other bits of furniture. And our kitchen is just chaos. It's chaos, and it needs things doing to it. And I've staved off doing a lot of those things because of people tramping in and out of the house, because of having the new studio built. And oh, I can hear the cats. The cats have got food. Hello, Zelda. Zelda, come over here. I can see a tail. Zelda. Hello. How are you? We've been teaching the cats to use those button things. We've got a button for zoom zooms, and we've got a button for, they haven't pressed them yet, not properly. We've got a button for pets. Pets. Zelda want pets? Or does Zelda want treats? Treats. Treats. I'll have to go now. I'll have to go and find a treat for her. Nice little dried chicken heart or something. Right, it is definitely cat food making day. Yes, I'm going to do it now. It's definitely cat food making day. So I've got to tidy the kitchen, prepare the surface, go to the supermarket, buy the meat, bring it back, and just do it. It's just one of those just do it things again. 4 hours of my time, and then we're sorted for the next. Don't you dare jump up there. Hey. Hey. Zelda. Yeah, no, there's nothing up there for you. I'll get you some dried rabbit's ears while I'm out. No, there's nothing up there for you. You have to wait for it to defrost. You're not going up there. Don't you dare. I've said the treat word. I've got to go. Got to go. Bye. I'm like 10 minutes in and I'm already starting to cry. I have a can-do attitude. I do cry a lot when I'm stressed. And I'm just overwhelmed with all the things I don't manage to stay on top of. I am a perfectionist. I'm trying not to be. In fact, I've managed loads of not perfect things and being comfortable with them compared to how I used to be. But I'm actually one of the most tidy people in the world. I just become extremely untidy in between. Everything gets on top of me. And then I start realising that I don't have the energy anymore. And I need about 3 me's to do all the things that I want to accomplish. And perhaps more me's. If I could have an army of me's running around the house after me, that'd be amazing. And but this has got to be done today. It doesn't matter how painful the process is, it's got to be done. And baby steps, one foot in front of the other. I can do this. I've got to do this. Cat food runs out tomorrow. I don't really want to do it tomorrow because today's the day. I've just put a load of washing on. Washing, a bit like everything else in my life, comes in bust and boom. I'll do washing for a week. I'll wash everything. I'll dry everything, and it never really gets put away. But and then all of a sudden, mid-wash, boom, it stops. A load gets forgotten about. It gets rewashed. It gets rewashed. It gets rewashed. It gets rewashed. On this particular instance, it got dumped out of the washing machine onto the floor and covered up with other things by my daughter. I am really chuffed that my daughter has started to tackle her own stuff, mainly because Mum just can't keep up with it anymore. Mum is letting her down in that respect. But so now I've got to deal with the other stuff that comes alongside me not being very good at stuff like this. Anyway, I don't know how long that's been sitting there, but it needs sorting. It'll get sorted today. I often multitask with things that have got to be done right now. I'm really good at multitasking when I've got the energy to do it. And I can achieve an enormous amount of stuff in one day when I've got the energy to do it. And depending on how long the ability with the pain in my back lasts. Just recently I have had a few issues with my back again after doing a day's work as in just standing up and walking around and standing up and putting boxes up and down and stuff like that. So making cat food is standing for 4 hours and bending and lifting and stuff like that. So, oh God, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Right, let's do it. It's guarana time. I forgot I had these. These things focus my energy and allow me to get through stuff. Okay, fell at the first fence. There's no hot water. I need to clear the decks. But I'm going to go and buy the meat first, and then I'll come back and finish off what I'm doing here. I was looking in the freezer, and I was just thinking about what I might eat tonight, because generally through December and January we really struggle, or I really struggle to be the person that puts a decent meal on the table. I just, I'm a one meal a day, burger on a butty kind of person in the depths of winter. Anyway, I found a frozen Christmas dinner in the fridge, and I thought if I had that tonight, that would probably be one of the most nutritious things I've had for a little while. So I'm getting that out. And part of the Christmas meal this year was that last year I made this delicious, when I say last year, I'm talking Christmas 23. I made this delicious nut roast, and I purposely made 2 portions of it because I always love my nut roast. And so I froze a portion, and then all the way through the year I kept thinking, oh, I should get that nut roast out and we could have that for tea, but never did. And so I got to about November and I was like, oh, I could have that nut roast tonight. And I thought, you know what, we're nearly at the next Christmas, I may as well have it for Christmas dinner. So that's what we did. So I'm having my portion of 2-year-old nut roast along with all the other things that I made. I did scale Christmas dinner down quite a bit this year. Next year we're having pizza. I've done it for a few years now, Christmas dinner, and I do enjoy it, but I don't enjoy everything that goes along with it. And the happiest Christmases I ever had, I just ate what the bloody hell I wanted, which was not roast, pizza. And I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I really, 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 really have to do something different at Christmas and New Year next year, because otherwise I'm going to lose my mind over it. Anyway, to the shops. Corona power, I'm off. Well, it's nearly 4:45. I've been out. I did my rounds, paid some rent at one of the emporiums, and I did a shop. I got the cat meat, but I did other things as well because we were desperate, and I brought them back. And at that point I was in quite a lot of back pain, so I really, really, really want to do this today, because it's a 3 to 4 hour job. Once it's out the way, it's out the way. And normally I would not push myself past this point, but I've just got so many other things to do, and I've got 2 bags full of meat and nowhere to put them. They need sorting, don't they, cats? So that was my day. Right now I'm completely burnt out, but I can do this. Can do attitude. And tomorrow I'd like to say rest, but it won't be because I've got too many other things to do. Okay, I don't even know if I'm going to post this, really. What's the point? It is the next day. I did make the cat food last night. It was monumentally torturous. I did eat my Christmas dinner. It was delicious. I did get to bed around about 9 o'clock, I think, and I did have a good night's sleep because I didn't drink anything last night. And I've been awake since 5 o'clock. I'm going to have a cup of coffee now, and I'm going to tack all these videos together from yesterday and post them, because if I don't, I'm just going to have to delete them off the iPad because I just don't have the room for it. And I'm just trying to make enough room on my iPad to have an update at the moment, so I can't really put anything else on there. So yeah, I posted a couple of shorts. I realised that I had some quite, visually nice content from a few years ago, and while I'm waiting to get back in a position where I can make more content like that, I thought I may well utilise what I've got in the cupboards. It kind of like reflects the rest of my life, really. Right, and we have washing machine and tumble dryer going today, and oh my god, I was in so much pain last night. I was in so much pain. My recovery time's quite quick nowadays, but once I've done too much in a day, I have issues. So yeah, it was up to bed on my hands and knees up the stairs last night. But today, I can still feel it. I feel fine. Got some exercises to do, trying to improve the core strength and all that. And yeah, today is a new day. What am I going to do today? I've got a whole smorgasbord selection box of things I could pick to do today. Everything needs doing right now. I feel quite discombobulated. I think that's the word I've been using in my head since I suddenly decided to start posting on YouTube. Discombobulated. I made some really stupid mistakes yesterday. I bought the wrong meat. I came home, I unpacked the meat, and then I thought I hadn't bought the meat, so I went out and bought more meat, and it turns out that some of the meat I bought was fine, but I'd already unpacked it and put it in a bowl to one side, and so now I've got more meat than I can really cope with our freezer space, because I can't throw anything away, obviously. I'm going to show you very quickly my freezer. Got to get the angle right because I don't want you to see the rest of the minging kitchen. Okay. Just do a quick flip around. Or can you flip around when you're recording? Perhaps you can't. Okay, there we go. That's one shelf of all my little cat food packages ready for the next 6-7 weeks. Hurrah! Right, bish bash bosh. I'm going to join all those bits of video together and post them. It's probably too long for a YouTube presentation, but I don't really care. There's a few people out there that do want to listen, and it's for you guys. Okay, see you soon.